Hey y'all, welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Jenny. I am here today to do a flip through with y'all. I will link anything below that I mentioned, any shops, my email, my Instagram, all the things. And I would love it if y'all would stick around, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, comment, all the things. I know you hear this every single day from every single person who is on YouTube, but it's true. It helps our channels grow, and I'm just so looking forward. I would love to have more subscribers for 2025 and just grow and get to do all the things that this past couple of years I've had on my, had in my plans, but they just, they life, right? Like just life happens. And yeah, it's a crazy phase of life for me. All my babies have gotten married and they're all having babies, and it's so exciting. And I'm just trying to figure this whole work from home thing out, and everybody wants your time, which is amazing. I will never complain about that. But yeah, so I look forward to 2025. I really am looking forward to that here on YouTube. So getting into this flip through, this was a custom order. Y'all, I've started this over 2 or 3 times, so if I'm repeating myself, forgive me. But this was a custom order. This is mid-November of 2024. I will not be taking any more custom orders this year, but I'm happy to start back in 2025. So, yeah, let's just get into this. So she wanted, she loves roses. She wanted blues. Excuse me. So what more perfect fabric than this little blue rose here? I had, this was a file folder base, which is usually my go-to. I try to branch out a little, y'all, but it's hard. It's hard to change it if it's what you're used to doing and it works, Anyways, this is a fun blue fabric that I was actually gifted in Happy Mail. And then I just layered this Tim Holtz frame over the top. There's a part of me now wishing I had have painted that, but I feel like for this journal it works, with these just subtle creams and beigey blues. Beigey blues, is that a thing? So this is a prayer journal. I stamped He Restores My Soul there and just stitched around it and layered this fun little fabric, this little blue. I feel like that's actually called calico. I'm not sure, but this little blue floral fabric behind it. This fun blue trim I had gotten at an estate sale this summer. So this trim right here, my friend Gingy from Gingy's Journey had gifted me this, and it's dyed blue. I will link her shop below so that I did use her blue papers and some things from her shop, her charm dangles. It was actually black bean dyed, but it gives a blue hue. Anyways, she had, I have an unboxing of that a few videos back if you're interested in seeing her kit she does. I think she's working on some pink and avocado dyed papers right now, but she may have some blue ones in her shop if you love all of these blue hues. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into this. I just, for the closure, I just ripped some cotton fabric. It looks like little, I guess because it's, getting close to wintertime, it makes me feel like cozy and wintry, but obviously this is beautiful all year long. But anyways, I see snow. But I'm sure that's not what she wanted with this, so hopefully she won't see snow. But so it's been a couple of weeks since I made this, so I'm forgetting, but y'all, I'm loving this again. Oh my goodness. Okay. So this blue wallpaper was also gifted to me. That is so pretty. So I left, these are supposed to be writing journals, obviously, so I just left a lot of things blank. But then, put all the little textures and things to make it fun and inviting to dive into. So here's some fun embossed paper. I had gotten a bunch of these pieces of paper from Mary Elizabeth at In Faith Inspirations, I believe, over on Instagram. I believe I used a lot of little Happy Mail things in this journal. Here is an altered postcard that I made. I'm sorry, it's not an altered, it's a prayer card from Dollar Tree, and I altered it into a postcard. Some fun coffee dyed scrapbook paper. I just did some stenciling here. Just stamped praise there. I thought it would be fun. It would be good to have where she could write down all of the prayers that's been answered, her praise reports. Just altered this little tag. This was just a little poem from a little Christian poetry book. Or Helen Steiner Rice. That's what this was from. Some of this beautiful fabric. I just made a ruffle out of it and stamped the word steadfastness. Here is one of Gingy's charms from her shop. She does sell these, and they're so pretty. I'm not a bead. I love the idea of making all the charm dangles, but y'all, that's just not my thing, so I would much rather buy them most of the time. So here is I believe this was out of a Helen Steiner Rice poetry book. Okay, so this was just I don't know, I get them at estate sales. I just feel like it's like a vintage book of just poetry. And then here I thought that was a pocket, so that's just how that paper died. I thought that was a vellum pocket. That's funny. I just lightly stamped a rose and just layered up like a fun vintage ticket, and just all the trims laying around my desk, and then just stamped love never fails and made a little pocket there. And these are those little vellum bags. They're just kind of weird. I feel like I have a ton of them because I ordered them from Amazon years ago, and I don't know what to do with them. But I thought layering on top of it might. It's not the normal vellum bags like we all, I was seeing if I had one near, but it's not the ones we all love. Vellum glassine, that's what I'm trying to say. This is different. And see, it's got this little fold in the middle. I don't know. They're just kind of weird, but I was trying to be creative with it. Here's just some fun stationery. I stamped some light blue butterflies. I tried to stamp in the shades of colors that they said they loved. I love how this sheet of vellum just overlays on this. Again, it just looks kind of cozy and wintry, foresty. This was out of an Ideals book. This was some fun trim from In Faith Inspirations. See, again, I hope. So the person that purchased this is gifting this to someone for Christmas. So I feel like she'll be using it in the winter season. So that's why I was okay with going with the cozy, snowy things. Stamped where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. An Ideals book page with a poem, The Rose. And that's actually a pocket. And I need to put something in that. I'll just put a little coffee dyed index card. Oh, maybe this was in there, so this was just folded up. This is why you do flip throughs, y'all, because this is why you need to go back through them one more time, because when you're cranking out the journals pretty quick, it's like sometimes I forget to just go back and flip through because I feel like it's done. This was just a, just out of a little journaling book. Probably from Dollar Tree. I can't really remember where I got that. And then I just did more stamping on some tags. I'm on a joy journey, waiting. I believe these are a stamp set from Allie Brown from a few years back. It's just a little sticker. I am forgiven. Stamp some dragonflies and just use some washi that says beautiful day. Stamped I'm always with you, and then a rose. And this is some fun purple grid paper I found. It was either at a yard sale or at an estate sale last year. So I used some of this fun wallpaper border. If you love the blues and pinks and like this style, I do have a few. I called them bloom packs available. I haven't really pushed those to sale since I posted them. I thought I would probably wait until like January. But if you're interested and you love these colors, I do have a few of those bloom packs left, and it's wallpaper pieces and trims and fabric and just all the fun things that you would use to make a journal. So here's just an altered guest check. Stamped a little coffee or tea mug. There's an envelope. I put something down in the envelope and just used a little vellum. This is a pack from Hobby Lobby, and it's all vellum pieces, and this just says there's so much to be thankful for, but a lot of them have Bible verses on them. I stamped forgiven and used some of this beautiful Amity Bloom washi. Just covered the top part of this hymnal page. Just a little typewriter, 1997. I think this was from Temu. Just a little scrappy piece of paper. Put a little faux stamp down here. This was vellum paper that I avocado dyed. I love how it crunches. Let me just show y'all. Like, it's kind of hard to, like, if you don't flatten it out under a book or something, it'll wrinkle. But I think for pockets, it's so much fun. I love that. It takes the colors so, oh, it's just so pretty. Just some little scrappy pieces of paper and stamped on these Rolodex cards. Just a little clear floral sticker stamped to be still and no. I think this is the floral fabric that's, no, it's not. It just all kind of coordinated. So this was a little just like art book and like sketches of snowy mountains. And then these are just scripture, little Bible verses out of an old, like it was just a book like prayers you would pray kind of thing, how to pray scripture. And the pages had aged so beautifully. So I just cut out the ones I wanted to put in here. And again, just used some of the scraps on my desk of this seam binding and just stapled to the edge. I did stitch around these. I love making little cards like that because she could glue it down right here and journal, or she could just, so you could glue it here. You can add on fabrics and trims and make little snippets behind those. She could journal on the back. Here is some of the beautiful black bean dyed paper from Ginger's shop. This trim, y'all, I got at an estate sale this summer. It is so old and so pretty. I only have a tiny bit of it. I just did some wall spackling here with the roses, or with a rose. Here's one of those vellum pieces from Hobby Lobby. Let all that you do be done in love. It's over by the Tim Holtz embellishments and the papers. This is by Paper Studio, but the little, die cut packs. That's what I'm trying to say. I was really excited to find this little pack. So I just, again, gave her more journaling spots. This was actually a printable that I was gifted, and I'm not sure if it's Raindrop Lila or Amity Bloom. It's one of the two, possibly Cassie Dust to Roses, but I was given several pieces already cut out. I do remember this is Amity Bloom because I had this one. And now that I'm saying that, this may have been from that page, actually. I stamped, "This is the day the Lord has made." Put a little glassine bag back here and put one of these little scripture cards. I just tied some natural wood beads in the middle here. Christ is our foundation. I put a little butterfly. I pretty much put butterflies in all my journals. And I laugh because I always ask, like, do you Like, is there something special you love, like dragonflies or butterflies or birds? And more times than not, they have not told me birds or butterflies, but somehow they always end up in their journal anyway. Now, obviously, if they said, I do not like, this, I would not put it in there, but it's just funny because they always end up in there anyway. You don't choose your family. They're God's gift to you as you are to them, is what this little vellum piece says. More of this beautiful black bean dyed paper. I like leaving the strings sometimes on some of the pieces. So, she can cut them off if she thinks that's messy, So it's stamped, she is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. And then I just altered a little card from a flower book, a roses floral book. Put some little a little piece of embossed paper there. My sister had stamped me a bunch of images just on some coffee dyed paper last year, and I thought how perfect this one is. So I just ripped it out and put it in here. A little lace trim pocket, and then just a fabric tag. This is making me want to get out all the blue things, y'all. Should I do a blue themed Christmas journal? Let me know, because if I have time to do another Christmas journal, like, that makes me want to do that. Here's just a vintage sheet fabric tag. Another piece from that printable, stamped Love Never Fails. Just a piece of stationery. I stamped Be Still and Know and just stapled a little piece of a blue doily there. Choose Joy. Stamp this little mailbox that has the number 7 and says Wait for the Lord. I love this color. I was trying to see if it's yeah, it's near me. So it was Tim Holtz Stormy Sky. I've never actually used this that I remember, and it's just so pretty. It's like a grayish blue. There's a fun piece of fabric I just made a pocket out of. This would be such a pretty, I feel like this would be a pretty Christmas journal cover. I just stamped Lead Me, another little teacup. Put a little rose die cut. Made a little tuck here with a rose. And then this was from Raindrop Lila. I believe so. Perfect Love Casts Out Fear. It's just a little tag. I just glued it down on the back of this bag and then made the pocket here. My ribbons are fraying. There's the other side of that Ideals book page. Just made another rose book page journaling card. So this is out of a book from Dollar Tree. It just has Bible verses on each page. And then this was out of a little children's prayer book. I don't know. I just picked one that I thought would work and put it in here. Beautiful little snowy bridge. Some more trim from the estate sale. So here's the other side of that floral vellum, and I just altered guest check. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And then I altered a little rose book page again and made a little tuck spot there. And then just put some little journaling, just a little paper she can journal on. And then this was also Raindrop Lila, I believe. Oh, yeah, so I feel like, so it was vintage prescription cards, and it says Remedy for Weary and Burdened. Take it to Jesus. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28. And so these were really cute. So I put the blue one in here. But this little possum, just because he hangs around my desk sometimes, and I mean, where do you use a hanging possum on? But I feel like he's so cute. And I put, but those who trust in the Lord will find new strength. I feel like it takes a lot of energy to just hang like that. So I stamped pray, wait, trust here. I stamped this bird, and you make my heart sing, and then put a pretty little vintage inspired index card. It's not vintage, but it looks vintage. The other side of that poetry book. May the Lord give strength to his people. May the Lord bless his people with peace. Psalm 29:11. That's a beautiful poem. I see him in each flower that grows in gardens fair. He puts a rainbow in the sky to let me know he's there. Without a word that's spoken, he knows my every need, but having him so close to me is his most wondrous deed. And so she could journal all around here. She could paint over this and then journal. I mean, you know, the ideas are endless. Here's a seed packet. These were from Target a few years ago in the springtime in the dollar, well, used to be dollar section. I just put some fun, like, just things that, labels and things that she could use in the journal. And then here's the back of that coffee dyed scrapbook paper, stamped wait for the Lord again. I put some things inside here. Another altered floral book page, stamped I believe who you say I am. And that's the back of that, y'all. So thank you so much for hanging around with me and watching this flip through. I hope that it inspired you and that you just go and you can make your own prayer journal, or maybe just your own just journal. You just want to write your daily thoughts and things in 2025. That seems so crazy, y'all. Anyways, I hope this just truly give you ideas. And I mean, obviously you can take it and you can make a Christmas journal with these ideas, all the things. You can do all the things. So thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.